Hello, everyone. I am MK.
And I am Coach Sammy Love.
And what? What was that? Wait a minute. Y'all, she trying to throw that up in there. We want to welcome you guys to Level Up
Yes.
Podcast. We are so excited, you guys, for tonight. Do us a favor, please go ahead and share. Okay, as we always say, tag at least 3 people in, tag 3 people in, and
Yes.
share with your followers. Let them know we are on, you guys. I'm doing that as we speak. Y'all know I cannot tell y'all to do something that I do not do.
Yes.
So I am going to share as well. And then I'm going to also tag 3 people into the live. So we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. We went ahead and posted on the page to let you guys know we are going live. So thank you to those who did take the opportunity to go ahead and share that as well. Just letting people know that we're coming on. So remember, you guys, if you have any questions, any topics, you can go ahead and submit them to Level Up 1322 at gmail.com, and that way we can go ahead and look through your topics, and then we can see, may even bring you on, because we do have some people we're going to be considering bringing on.
Yes.
So that way you can have your time to shine, you never know.
With the
Just
Golden
never know.
Girls.
Right.
With the Golden Girls.
Right. You just never know what's going to happen. So we want to go ahead and continue to share, y'all. Let me actually do the tagging now because I shared. So let me go ahead and tag my
I don't
people
know how to tag
in.
people.
What?
Yeah.
How you don't know how to tag? We've been doing this for like how long now?
I don't know.
Come on here, coach.
You
Y'all
won't let
put that in the
tag.
comments below. Come on here, coach. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and get it together. What you mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Already started, y'all. She already started. She was over
Mhm.
there trying to get the little singing note in and stuff. Because we can do it on here. We can do it on here. We can sing, y'all.
Yeah, I'll try to figure out how to tag folks.
No.
I don't know how to do it.
Listen, y'all.
Let's see.
We definitely catch y'all tail. We're definitely excited, y'all, to talk about the topic that we're going to be talking about on tonight. But
Yes.
I want to also give the disclaimer why Coach
Go
is.
ahead. I was gonna tell you to do that.
Y'all already know. We always have our disclaimer, y'all, which is we basically tell you guys just from our experiences. We tell you guys from based off of, just like what we've encountered. So at the end of the day, whatever it is that we say, you do not necessarily have to follow us. You don't have to follow what we're saying. You don't have to follow through with what it is that we're trying to help you with, or any of those things. But at the end of the day, what we give you is our opinions. We give you our life experiences, our encounters, and that's what we do. We just want to help you at the end of the day level up. Okay, so we are just gonna give you that disclaimer and let you know that when we come forth and we speak, it's just from our opinions, and once again, it's from our experiences and the things that we've encountered and things that we went through. So
Yes.
we want to go ahead. Are you ready, Coach? Are you ready?
I tagged one person. I'm trying to figure
Not
out.
one. No, you got 2 people.
I tagged 2 people. I'm trying to
I see
figure
you
it
got
out.
2 people, y'all. Y'all
Yes.
tell Coach to get on board.
Hey,
Hey, wait, why we sit at the same time? We appreciate you.
There's people on here, but we don't know who. Holla at us, y'all. We don't know who.
I forgot to tell y'all that too. Look, y'all know y'all be trying to. What she say? Y'all be trying to come on here and not say nothing. Y'all just be in here just listening. We love to acknowledge people. We love to acknowledge people.
Yes.
So go ahead and let us know when you hop on. Hey, Reese.
Where's she at? I don't see her. She in there?
I see her hopped on my phone. I see her hopped in. Hey, Reese. Y'all, we is on 1,000 today. I don't even know why I got all this energy, but we on 1,000. Hey, Evangelist Tammy.
Hello. Hola.
Hey. So we see you guys coming in. Continue to share. Continue to tag some people on. This is going to be a really, really good topic.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so.
I believe so too.
I believe so
too. I love you, y'all.
I'm excited.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Coach Sammy Love so she can let us know what we're going to be talking about on tonight.
Well, on tonight, of course, you see the title. It says "Selling in a Broken Place," and so I guess I'm going first because just to kind of paint the picture of what that looked like, because I believe with that title you can go like different ways. and you can
Yeah.
have like different ideas and just different things, like what that means. And so I truly believe, because just us discussing it just a little bit, when you think of settling, you think of like setting up camp. You think about
Mm,
making that place a permanent place. Because
mhm,
when I would think of settling, I think about things we learned in high school when it came like to history and different things. And it would say like, oh, these people settled in this continent or different things like that.
mhm,
And that meant they set up camp there. They made that their residence. They made that like a permanent place. So it was like they settled there. So when I'm thinking about settling in a broken place, I'm thinking about I'm setting up residence in a temporary place. Because
mm.
we know God has never called us to settle in our brokenness.
Come
He has
on.
never called us to settle in a place that is dried up, burnt away, that He has called us to come out of. So I
Yeah,
know
that's
that
good.
that's not where He wants us to be. So for us to settle there, that means we have made it made a temporary place a permanent residence. Okay.
Mm,
We talk about settling in a broken place. We're settling in a place that it is no more a benefit to me.
mm.
I'm settling in a place that cannot help me give birth to the things that God has
Woo.
put inside of me. I'm settling in a place that was for a season, but I have made it a fixture. I have made it a permanent place in my life, even though it was for a season. So when you think about a broken place, you think about a place that nothing works there.
Mhm.
Think about a place that there is no resources there. You think about a broken place, there is no freedom there. When I think
Yeah.
broken, I'm thinking about hurt. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about pain. I think about, just injury, things that go wrong when something is broken. So, because
Yeah.
sometimes something can be broken where it's like you really need a master craftsman to come in and to refigure it, because some things can break and you don't even know how to put it back together with
That's
your
true.
natural eyes. That's like if you break a plate or you break a pottery, sometimes you got to throw it away because you're like, I don't even know how to glue it. But then there's times that something can break and you could just basically take it and take the glue and stick it right back where it
Mm.
was. So settling in a broken place is settling in your mess, settling,
Mm.
in a place that will not cause you to grow.
That's good.
That place that is comfortable for you. Yeah.
Mm.
Like
Woo.
sometimes it leads you to wonder, how can you get comfortable in dysfunction?
Ooh.
How can you get comfortable in a place that all it does is take from you but never give to you?
Mhm.
It sucks from you, but it never nourishes you. Oh my goodness. It never pours into you. It never pulls out the best in you. It's a
Wow.
broken place. So it's like setting camp, like I said, making a temporary place a permanent place. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you think about settling in a broken place, what brings to your mind, MK?
Immediately I think about even just worth. I think about you knowing your worth, because there's times, and to be honest, I think honestly, come on, y'all, be transparent. At some point in your
Hey,
life, you settle.
Apostle.
Hey, Apostle. At some point you settled in your life. Like you can't sit here and say you ain't never settled. Whether you settled at a job, whether you have settled in a relationship, whether you have settled in a certain environment, at some point I really believe we've settled in a place, and some people may even still be settling.
Yes,
But
that's
what I
good.
really believe that it really deals with just not thank you, Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit just even dropping some things in here. Like, I know what you did last time. What you do? Oh, this is not the point. Wait a minute. Like, even it deals with your identity. So
Yes,
I tied into just knowing your worth and
yeah,
identity.
that's
Because when
good.
you know who you are and you're like, no, I'm not about to settle in this broken place. I'm not going to settle in dysfunction. Why? Because this ain't where God called me. This is not what
Yes,
I'm supposed to be doing. And
that's
this is not
good.
where my environment is supposed to be at. So when I think of even just settling, like I said, I think of those two things, which deals with your identity, who you are, and even just your confidence, knowing
Yeah,
your worth. Because when
yeah.
you know you deserve, come on, when you know, and it's not saying, y'all, I'm just trying to give this example, but it's not saying like when you know, like, okay, use a Rolls Royce, Mercedes, like all of that. You're not going to settle for just like a regular Chevy, things like that. When you know your value,
That's
when you
good.
know
That's
what
it right
you
there.
carry,
That's
when
it
you
right
know
there.
what it is that you can bring to the table. Come on here, somebody. Hey, Yana.
Yes.
Hey, Lupe. When you know that you can
Yes.
bring some stuff to the table, that shows your confidence. That
That's
shows
good.
your idea. Like you really know who you are. And most people
Yes.
say, even when you walk into a room, you can just grab people's attention because your confidence, just how you
Yes.
move, just how you flow, just how you operate.
Yes.
People is already knowing because people can be able to separate the two.
Mhm.
People can be able to know whether you got confidence and you don't got confidence.
Yes,
People
that's
will know
good.
that. And that's the reason why some people will run over on you because they know you don't even know
Yes.
your worth. You
That's
don't know your
good.
identity.
That's
You don't know
good.
any of that. And guess what that'll do? That'll keep causing for you to settle in a broken place because you
Mhm.
don't know who you are. But
That's
when you know who
good.
you are and you know you bringing something to the table, baby, I'm bringing this
Yes.
to the table. I'm bringing all
Yes.
these things to the table. So
Yes.
you can't try to tell me or discredit me or make me feel like I'm less than because that's not who I am.
Yes.
That's
And
not who I am.
I think it goes beyond just in a relationship with a female and a male. It goes beyond that. So you guys don't just generalize.
Yes.
What is it? Generalize it. Don't just make it. It's not just. This is not just a general relationship. We're talking about it in every aspect of your life.
Come
That
on.
there you can settle the broken places in different aspects. So it's not just in a relationship. There's different areas that you can settle. It could be a job. It could be a job that you know this job is just a job. You know it's not a career. You know that it's a dead end. You know it's not taking you nowhere. You're not even happy being there. You don't you know it doesn't even complement your purpose.
Yes.
It's not even what God has called you to do, but it's a job. And so sometimes you can even settle in that place. That place does not nourish you. If anything, it may be a place that pulls out the worst in you.
Come on.
Because it's not even able to supply your needs. It's not even able to supply you. It's not even able to nourish you, take care of you. It's that place. So y'all, we're not just talking about a relationship. It could be in different areas of your life that has been where a place where, that's why I said earlier, MK, about settling making a temporary situation a permanent place.
Yeah.
It's something temporary, but you have literally put a flag there and declared that this is the place that I'm going to stay. And so I'm glad that you said about just your worth. Why would you set a flag up in a broken place? Why would you set up a flag in a place where all it does is remind you of hurt, pain, disappointment, neglect? Like it literally reminds you of dead things. But you put a flag in the ground, like when they fly into space and put a flag on the moon, you literally put a flag there as if this is where I'm going to stay. So that's, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
And now listen, as you was talking, I was sitting here thinking too, is when people choose to settle, it's not even just like you saying, like the dysfunction. We talking about the identity, worth, things like that. But I just thought about even the fact of we'll settle in a broken place because we really don't have the vision to see ourselves through.
Talk about vision.
We don't have the vision because when I'm thinking of settling in something that's broken and I see broken pieces and I see this, you can't even see past the fact that yes, these are broken pieces, but God can mend those things. Come on, His scripture says He can mend the brokenhearted. He binds up the wound. So if you don't even have the vision to see past the brokenness, if you don't have the capacity to see past where it is that you are at, yes, I'm in this broken place. Yes, I'm in a broken state, but guess what? This is not my destination. This is not my end. See, when we settle in a broken place, these are things that we got to start examining. Is we got to start examining even our eyesight, what we're looking.
That's good. That's it,
right?
Not
only that, but you got to examine.
Stay right there. That's it. I'm finna throw something.
Wait.
The pearls. I'm trying to stay in my seat, girl. I'm
trying to
stay in the seat.
Clutch the pearls.
I'm trying to stay in the seat. Let me stay in my seat.
look, throw the pearls. Look, we gotta have a moment where something on the screen pop up with the pearls dropping.
I know, that's something we're gonna have to figure out.
Listen, but I was sitting here really thinking that because think about it, when you're in your mess, Sometimes we may not consider if we want to go with a relationship, because that's sometimes what is most popular. When you're with someone, you can't even see the red flags until after the fact that you get out the relationship and somebody helped you, or you saw a way out, or whatever the case may be. Then you start playing things back in your mind. Have anybody ever had that? You had that playbacks like, see,
I'm guilty.
See, that's when I remember when he was at the grocery store and we was at the gas station, and you start playing back everything in your mind, and you start seeing there was red flags all along. But we chose to ignore it. So some of us, we can settle in this place of being brokenness because we're looking at all of these broken pieces, but not realizing that we can go ahead and look past the broken pieces and see that there's something else, that there's something more. But all we're doing is just sitting here looking at the red flags. We choose to ignore that there's another option. We choose to ignore that there's another side after this. There's something else after this, but we choose to ignore it because we rather stay in that. We rather stay with Tyrone. Come on. We rather
It's comfortable.
It's comfortable.
It's comfortable. It's comfortable.
It's comfortable. Come on, y'all know some people don't like change. Well, I can tell I don't like being challenged. Sometimes I be getting in my feelings. A pastor on here, he'll tell you. I get in my feelings when it comes to change, when it comes to challenge. Listen, Pastor J. Hey, Pastor J. When it comes to certain things, I'm like, what? Huh? But I still go through it. It's very uncomfortable. And that's the reason why I believe that most times people, what they want to do is they will settle because they don't want to be challenged.
That's good. That's good.
A broken place is going to challenge you. It's going to challenge your mentality.
Get out of it. To get out of the broken place. Because it's gonna call you to persevere, because you got to get out of there. See,
come on.
You have settled there. That means your mindset is there. So you're gonna have to fight you to get out.
Pause for the cause, coach. Say that again.
Your mindset is settled there because you're settled in your mind that this is the place that I'm going to settle here. I put my flag here. This is where I'm staying. So basically, you're going to have to fight yourself to get out because in your mind, this is where I chose to be. So, so now you're not just there because somebody put you there. You chose to stay. So you you set your flag there. And so what happens is you're going to have to fight you to get out of there. Because to fight you, that means I'm going to have to fight me. And like you said, I need vision to see beyond this. So I'm going to have to fight me because guess what? At this point, a lot of times it's not even the devil no more. It's you. You're going to have to fight you to get out of that place because it's like, you have to make up your mind. You don't want to be there no more.
That's it.
See, because you got to be the one to say, I'm going to take my flag out this ground because this is not my settlement. I'm going to take my flag out the ground because this is not where I'm going to choose to stay.
Oh, that's good.
You have to make a conscious decision to say, I'm not going to stay here any longer. This place does not benefit me. But like it goes back to say, if you don't know your worth, then you don't know what you deserve. Oh my goodness. When you don't know your worth, you don't know what you deserve. When you don't know who you are, you don't know what you deserve.
No.
So what happens is you are always discounting yourself. You're always on clearance. You're always lowballing yourself. You're always coming in at the bottom. You make your own self a bottom feeder. You make your own self the one who is scraping the bottom of the fish tank. That's you. So what happens is until you rise up even in your mentality and be able to see different, you will never pick your flag up. You will never pick up and say, you know what? I'm picking myself up out of this place. It's not sitting around waiting for somebody else to come get me. I'm going to get up and I'm going to take my flag out of this place because guess what? This is not the place God called me to settle.
Come on.
God breaks us. Yes, he does. He breaks us. He breaks us to mold us. He breaks us to change us. He breaks us to change the way we act, our minds, all those different things. But God has never called you to settle. I already said it earlier. If you're just not jumping on, settle means to take up residence. Settle means to make a temporary place permanent. God has not called you to make a temporary place permanent, especially if it's in a place of hurt.
Come on.
Especially if it's in a place of pain. Especially if it's in a place that is broken. He has never called you to stay there. It was something. Oh my God, here we go. It was something for you to pass through, not to stay. See, you set the flag down. That's why I said it was temporary. You planted the flag. God didn't tell you to put that flag there,
Mm.
but you decided that this is where I'm going to get comfortable at.
Come on here.
But look, but my question is, why would you get comfortable in a broken place? The only way you would get comfortable in a broken place if it's familiar to you.
Oh, mic drop.
It's familiar. You're familiar. You're used to chaos.
Ooh.
You're used to things not going the right way. You're used to that dead stuff. You're used to that. So you're comfortable there because it's what you used to.
Ooh.
The mindset has not changed. So I'm comfortable here. I'm comfortable here because there's no accountability here. I don't have to be responsible here. I ain't got to be committed here. So I'm going to settle here. Maybe, oh my goodness, maybe they won't even discover me here because maybe I can hide out here. Oh my God. I'm going to hide out in a broken place.
Ooh.
Because
you know how toxic that is.
If I get healed.
Hey now.
If I get healed, then I can no longer play the part of a victim. I'm done.
Ooh. No. Run it back. Run it back. You got to say that one more time.
I can hide here in this broken place. Because if I get healed, then I will have to be accountable for my actions. I no longer will be able to be identified as a victim. Being a victim has bought me benefits. Being a victim has called people to give me attention. Being a victim has called people to feel sorry for me. Being a victim has its benefits. That's how I see it.
Oh my goodness.
So if I come out of hiding, if I come out of this broken place, then I'm going to have to fight. I'm going to have to war. I'm going to have to be accountable. I'm going to have to show up. I'm going to have to put in the work. So I'm going to just get comfortable right here in this broken place.
Oh, that's it, y'all. So that concludes the topic for tonight. She came with the AK-47, Lupe. Coach came with the AK-47 and she said, listen, I didn't even got no words though.
Come on, you got something to say.
I ain't got nothing to say. But I did like what Pastor Jay said though, in regards to the Louis bag. Listen, Louis ain't never on sale. She said something in the just of Louis bags. Hold on, let me go back because that was really good though. Oh Jesus. Like Louis bags, they ain't never discounted. They ain't. No. If you get a Louis bag that's discounted, it ain't authentic.
Yeah.
It ain't real.
Yeah.
If you get something that's but the thing is too, is like you were saying, even just with that, like we really have to stop discounting our worth.
Yeah.
We have to stop doing that because that's going to cause for us to really settle. That's going to cause for us not to see more. God wants more for us.
Yes, that's
He wants more for us. Come on, he's the potter. We're the clay.
Yes.
He molds us. He shapes us, even with our imperfections, even with our flaws, even with all of that. God is still molding us. God will see us broken and still say, you can still be used. He will see us in a broken place and say, you can still be used, daughter. You can still be used, son. But the thing is, we have to believe it for ourselves.
Yes, that's good.
Like you said, you got to fight. You can't sit there. Some of us are waiting for people to come rescue us.
Like the man by the pool of Bethesda.
Well, Lord, every time I try to, somebody jump in. You better learn to push them out the way and get in yourself.
Look, this is what I said. I said after 30-some years, he could have rode in. Every day, if he rode just a little bit.
Just a little.
By 30, he should have been in the water.
Just a little. Come on. Take the initiative. He could have took the initiative to be like, okay, I'm going to roll.
Yep. And that's what I did.
I'm going to keep rolling. I'm almost there. If you got to get your pinky toe in there, baby, listen. If you roll just enough to get the pinky toe in the water,
that's it.
All you need is a touch. What the woman with the issue of blood, if I could just touch the hem of his garment. He didn't say I ain't got to touch the whole thing. If I touch the hem of it, baby, you got to learn how to take the initiative to fight when you need to fight.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to take the initiative. And some of us, the reason why we don't even want to fight is because we're so used to everybody coming and rescuing us.
There we go.
We're used to everybody coming and rescuing us. So we don't even want to, it's not even just about the victim mentality. You don't even believe the fact that you can fight for yourself, and you feel like, and you feel like because everybody else came to your rescue, because everybody helped you, you feel like the season that you're in, and because you're broken, and you want to play that victim mentality, and you want to be there, and you want to feel people to feel sorry for you, and you're used to people fighting your battles.
Yeah, that's
this is the season you got to fight your own battle.
You making them mad tonight? Okay.
Oh,
calm down.
We came with the smoke. But that's going to allow you to settle in a broken place because you waiting for somebody else to come rescue you. When God said, I gave you everything you needed to get yourself out of it, and not only get yourself out of it, but never return back to it.
That's it right there.
Some of us will get out of a broken place, but then we'll allow for circumstances, we'll allow for people, we'll allow for what it is we're going through to cause for us to go back into retreat. Yeah, you ain't retreating. When God pulls you out, why retreat? When God set you free, why retreat?
That's it.
He didn't say I called you out of a broken place to go back to a broken place. No. Now let me clear this for some people that be like, well, God will put us through tests and stuff.
Yeah, he do.
There's a difference because you ain't learning something. He gonna always keep testing you because you ain't learning something. Hello, I know because Lord, Lord. Like he will keep putting it through because you missed something. You missed it along the line. But I read a book. Listen, coach, I read a book where it said the test is not to show us that something's wrong. Right. Wow, it said the test is actually beneficial to us because why? It's going to show you what you know and what you're weak in.
I like that. I
read that thing. I said, that's good. Because when we look at tests, we look at, oh Lord, oh my goodness, but you already been prepared for the test.
Yeah.
So even if you miss a couple things when you go to college, high school, whatever it is, and you miss certain things, now you know what you need to work on.
I like that.
You know what you got to work on.
Change your view of how you.
It changed your view.
Oh, so then what happens is when you go through your testing season, you will go through it gracefully and you will get what you need through
Come on here.
Being a burden and oh my goodness, you will actually take joy in it. Why? Because when this is over, I'm going to get my grades and I'm going to be able to see where I've grown.
Exactly.
And where I need to grow. That's good. I like that. I like that right there.
Exactly. And I've always stuck with that. Once I read that, I was like, man, that makes much sense because like I said, we'll look at a test and it shows us like, think about it. Say you take a test, you thought you was prepared for it and you don't get the grade that you expected. Hello. Yes. You expected a certain grade, but you didn't get it. Guess what? Does that mean you settle? You don't settle. Good. So what you going to do? It gives you enough time to recalibrate. It gives you enough time to pour back into yourself. It gives you enough time to go back and restudy the material because now you know what you need to work on. Now you know your weaknesses. Now you know what it is that you can't move forward from. You're like, okay, I got to check this out. Okay, I got to study more on this. You don't give up. You don't give up just because you failed. You don't get that's just like even being in a broken place, right? You don't think that it's like you said, it's going to take time for you to fight. You're going to have to push through it. Do you think that if you push through one wall and then you see 17 other walls, you're going to give up?
You better not give up. Yeah.
You better not give up. What if that wall started? What if you don't push forward with the next wall and it adds 20 to it because you decided to give up?
Because but when you said this, it made me think about how bad do you want it? I always tell my coaching clients that how bad do you want it? See, when you can answer that question, then that tells me that shows me your motivation.
Come on.
Because if you want it bad enough, you don't care if it's 100 walls, you're going to break down each and every one. You don't care how long it takes you because that's how bad you want it. So how bad do you want to be out of that place? Because if you want to really be out of it, then you're going to do the work to get out of it.
Come on here.
Yeah.
How bad do you want to be free?
Yeah.
Like you said, it's a choice. It's a decision. And if we don't get to the place where we know who we are, if we don't get to the place that we want it, see, the thing is, if somebody wanted more than you, that's a problem.
It is. Yeah.
That's a problem because they want to pull you out the pit. They want to pull you out the mud. They want to pull you out this. But if they pull you out, you'll never learn how to fight.
Are you going to go back?
Are you going to go back? Because I'm telling you, when you be delivered, come on, coach, we know this. When you literally are delivered from a place that broke you, that shattered you, I mean, it left you completely just distorted. I mean, you just depleted everything. You don't want to go back to that. So you're going to do everything possible not to go back to that.
That's good. That's
You're
good.
going to fight for that thing. Like we say in church, you're going to fight for your deliverance because you knew what it took God to get you out of. God is all powerful, but God has to also work on us. He has to work on our mind. He has to work on our heart. He has to know, are you really ready for this? Are you really ready to be free? He asked people plenty of times, do you even want to be healed? Do you want to be made whole? Because I can do it. I'm God. But I need you to make a decision because I need to know that when I pull you out of this first time, you're not going to keep going back to the same thing.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
That's like a dog returning back to his vomit. I know how nasty that is. That's just nasty.
That's what the Bible says.
That's the Bible, y'all. Return back to your vomit. Like, let me see. Maybe it got little Cerasi crystals on it. Maybe it got a little this on. No, it's vomit. It's nasty. We don't return back to what God delivered us from. We don't return back from a broken place. Why? Because then you begin to question yourself again, and you begin to question who God called you to be.
Yeah.
This ain't the season to question yourself.
But let me tell you, when you go back, that place is going to be worse. Remember we talked about that, and what we took it from a view of, because now you know truth. The Bible talks about that when you know truth, to go back, it's going to be worse. Why? Because once you was in darkness, you didn't know. Now you came to the light and you know. So to go back, it's going to be like tormenting you because now you know what you're doing is wrong. Oh my God, when you was doing it, you didn't know. Why? Because you were walking in darkness. When you came into the light and God revealed that what you were doing was wrong. Now to go back, you in it knowing that it's wrong. Then when you was in it the first time, there we go.
Like that's just like you see a hole in the ground and you just looking and they got all signs, be aware, unlevel pavement. And you got all these warning signs around you, and you see that hole and you just keep on walking and you just get it up and then you fall down. Yeah, like you saw what it was before you got there. It wasn't like you didn't see it.
Yeah.
You didn't see it at all. Like you had the warnings before you got there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
But some of us get to that place where we'll ignore all of it. Yeah, and then we find ourselves in the place where we're settling. Yeah. We're settling, and it hurts because not realizing it's a toxic place to settle. It's so toxic and so dysfunctional to settle in a place that God ain't never called you to in the first place.
Yeah, that's good.
God didn't call us to settle. He didn't call us to brokenness. He didn't call us to any of those things. Life happens, however, it happens, but what are you going to do after that? Okay, I tripped up. What next?
That's why I said it's temporary.
Come on.
And that's why I always tell people, I said, never make a permanent decision in a temporary situation. Because there are some things you can't undo. So that's why I said you getting comfortable in something that was supposed to be for you to pass through. He didn't tell you to set up camp, but you said you built a house there. Yeah. Oh my God. You was only supposed to set up a tent. Remember, a tent is not permanent, but you built a house. Woo! That's it right there. I'm done.
But that's how, and it's not funny in a way, because y'all know I'm goofy anyway. Yeah. But it's just like when we look back at certain things, that's why I said when we look back at what we did, when we look back at certain things, and we look back at all the things that we knew, okay, we could avoid it, we could have did this, we could have did all that other stuff. At the end of the day, it just hurts. Yeah, it hurts because we never saw, or even not even just us, right? If you see somebody else, I know for some of you on here, you may have other people where you're like, man, why they keep going back to this situation? Why they keep going back to this? Why they keep doing this? Why they keep doing all these things? Remember, you said this, and you said like God would help me out, coach. It's your saying where you basically said where God is going to let you get to the end of you.
Yeah.
Like
some of us have to come to the end of ourselves before we finally get it, have to come to the end of ourselves. To where there is no other choices but him or death in the grave. Yes. Like there is, like you have to come, hey, Miss Gail, you have to come to the end of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but when you know him right now, it shouldn't take that. It shouldn't take that. And that's why I was even thinking when you gave a disclaimer that we share from a point of view of things we've been through and just kind of like our wisdom and stuff. But I was thinking, I was like, sometimes you can learn from other people so that you don't have to experience it. that
Come on
I've
here.
cried enough tears for other people that you should. I cried your tears already. You don't have to experience it.
Come on
So a
here.
lot of times you can come on stuff like this and get the wisdom and get the things you need. So therefore you don't have to go through it. Or when you do see it, you recognize it. Why?
Yeah.
This is what they was talking about on Level Up. I recognize it. So then I know what to do. So it's not us telling you what to do. You know what I'm saying? But it's sharing the wisdom and the things that we went through and how we have overcome it. So therefore you can overcome it if you are in it, or if you do see it on the horizon, you can go around it.
Yes.
So I think that's what it's about. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
I'm done.
You done? Yeah.
I can't talk no more.
Y'all, why she gonna say something else and then she gonna pop up and say it? But I think honestly, we just have to come to that place, like you said, and even in that case too, like you saying, we've been through it. Learn from what other people have gone through. Don't be so prideful. Don't be so stubborn that you're like, oh, they don't know what they talking about. This is different, this, that. And the next thing you know, it's like you feel like you can't even get out of it. Because when you're settling in a broken place, it literally feels like you're in quicksand. Yeah. It literally feels like you're in that place where it's like you're caged in, or you've been concrete in when you're in a broken place.
Yes, that's good.
Literally, that's how I could just see it right now. Just somebody trying to get out quicksand. You're trying to uplift yourself and you're trying to move forward, but it just like it draws you back in. But it goes back to what you said. You got to fight.
Yeah,
you have to fight that, because some of us get to that place where we prolong our freedom.
Oh, like, I like that.
We're prolonging our freedom. God wants us to be free.
I love that.
God wants us. All right.
I love that. That's good. That was good. I like that.
No, but seriously, because at the end of the day, and I know y'all like, listen, we're gonna quote scriptures regardless, because that's who we is. So that's what it is, and that's what it is. Okay. No, but the scripture says that Jesus says, like, deliverance is a children's bread.
Yeah,
he wants us to be free. He wants us to be delivered. Let's come on here. When we think about the children of Israel, like, God did not want them to be in that place. He didn't want them to be in slavery. He didn't want them to be in Egypt. This is the reason why he sent Moses the prophet to tell them, to pull them out, because God does not like his children being mistreated. He does not like his children being mishandled. He does not like his children going through things. Do you not think that it does not break? It breaks God's heart to see us in a broken place.
That's good.
It breaks God's heart to see us going through it. How do I know? Because scripture shows us with the children of Israel. This is the reason why he says, come back to me. I don't care how far you went. I don't care what you have done. I know you worship these idols. I know you did all of these things. He says, but come back to me and repent. I will restore you. I will cleanse you.
That's good.
Into a place that you need to be. See, some of us got to get to that place where we want the freedom. Stop prolonging the freedom.
That's good right there. That's good. I like that.
God wants you to be free. He wants you to be at the place where you can receive all. That's how I knew that even in that sense, God don't want us to stay there. He don't want us to stay in a broken place. The children of Israel was willing to settle. How you gonna settle for less when God was giving you a land flowing with milk and honey? You didn't even have that. You had way less. This is the reason why you got to make sure you seeing things correctly.
That's good, because
you've been here trying to stay in a place of slavery when God says, I'm bringing you into a place of prosperity. I'm bringing you into a place of land flowing with milk and honey, where there's an abundance to this thing. But not only that, I'm bringing you to a place where I am with you.
That's good.
I'm right there with you.
That's good.
We got to get out of that. Get out of your own way. Like you said, you got to fight you. When you said that, Coach, I literally saw two bodies, but it's the same face.
Yeah.
The same face. You got one that's fighting, that's literally trying to push their way out, but you got the next one fighting. It's literally trying to pull you back. Mm-hmm. You fighting yourself. Mm-hmm. You gotta be like, listen, self. Okay, I ain't talking about talk to y'all stuff like that.
I do. No. I'm
talking about the crazy talk.
I be having to check myself.
Nah, Coach, there's a difference between talking to yourself and answering yourself. Yeah. Now hold up. Pause for the cause now. Now, if you out here answering yourself, like, did I leave that stuff over there? Girl, yeah, you left that on there. Something wrong. Something wrong now, baby. Something wrong. Hold up. But
I I know, Reese. I do both too. I don't know what she's talking about.
No, see, okay, but if you if you having a whole conversation with yourself,
not a whole conversation.
Okay, then that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by when you talk and then you talk back and you answer it and you no, baby, something ain't right, straight jacket, something. Hold up, wait a minute.
Yeah,
but you really gotta coach yourself through this.
Yeah.
You got to coach yourself through this. When I think about, I'm looking at just even boxing and how, you're going through the rounds and of course you're getting tired. Of course, there's all this stuff happening. You getting beat up. You may got a black eye. You might got a busted lip, but they don't stop. Some of them don't stop. They keep going. And guess what? As soon as you come back to retreat, right? As soon as you come back to even just sit down, they get your water, they clean you up, put a little Vaseline on you, and things like that. Guess what they're doing? They're telling them, you got this. Keep fighting. Go for the jab. Go for this. Go for that. That's how you have to see yourself. You have to coach yourself through this thing.
That's good. I like that.
You gotta coach yourself through it. Hold up, MK. Okay, all right. That's what I'm talking about. Talk to yourself. I'm not talking about you having a full-blown conversation and it's you and you. No, I ain't talking about that.
Leave people alone.
Nah, come on, baby. Come to the other side.
Leave people alone. We love everybody. We love everybody.
But I'm really serious with that, where you coach yourself through it.
Good.
Listen. I'm gonna get through this. I have to push. I know what it's looking like. I know what it feels like right now, but I can see it. See, that's what I'm talking about with that vision. I can see the freedom. I can see the shackles dropping. I can see it. I can see it. And because I can see it, I have something to look forward to. I have something to focus on. But if you don't have nothing to focus on, you're gonna sit there and see all these broken pieces and think that that's it. Baby, that's not it. It's time to get up. It's time to move forward. It's time to put in gears. It's time to position yourself. It's time to get ready. When I think of it, y'all, I'm getting all these images in my mind. But when I think about it, Coach, is I think about when people are running track. They kneel down, they get in position, and they wait for a certain sound. They wait for the gun, whatever it is. They wait for that, and that lets them know it's time to go. It's time to put in the gears. It's time to move. It's time to move forward. That's what you have to do. Because your season where God wants you to be free is coming. The season where God's saying, hey, listen, this is the opportunity for you. This is the time for you to get free. You've been crying about it. You've been weeping about it. You've been asking me about it. But now the time is here that when you hear the sound, you're able to move.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I'm done.
I ain't got nothing to say, y'all.
We done.
Listen, come on here. Just the sound. It's the sound, Evangelist Tammy. I ain't never seen nobody when they shot that gun and they stood in that same position.
No, they gone.
I never saw it.
But they was ready.
They was ready.
And they were listening.
Because
if you're distracted, you can't hear.
Hey, so now.
If they're ready at the line, but they're looking at the people in the stands. If they're looking at their family in the stands, if they're looking at their children in the stands, if they're looking at the audience, then they will not hear. So when they are there, they are in tune. They are listening for the sound. So basically, when you look at us spiritually, we're to be listening for the voice of God.
Come on,
because we have to be in tune, but you can't be distracted because then you won't hear him because he's not going to yell at you. So you have to be and it's crazy because sis, and I don't even know if this go here, but remember I told you I wrote something in my book on Sunday, but when you were talking about being ready, go set and just ready, it brought me back to when God told me that you have to, what did I say? I said, you have to know when to put on your war clothes. And the picture he gave me even this week with that whole thing, because yes, I know when we go to prayer, we go to war. I know when we go to worship, we go to war. But the thing that he showed me this week is that somebody in the army, when they come home on the weekends, their uniforms look different than when they go to war in Iraq. Mm-hmm. There is a difference. And so that's how he showed me. He said, you got to know when to put on your war clothes. Sometimes you're to put on your war clothes, but you're so busy being in your casual. You're so busy just being with the lazy daisy. You're so busy doing this when it's wartime. So you got to know when to put on your war clothes. How would I know when to put on my war clothes? I have to pay attention. I got to be attentive. I got to be intentional. I got to be listening. I got to be listening for the Father. So I know where I'm at. Is this a season where I need to put my war clothes on? Or is this a season where I'm casual? Because the Bible talks about there is a season for war. So there is a season you will have war, and then there's a season where you will have calmness. So you have to know when to put on your war clothes.
Come on here.
There is a different outfit.
Come on here.
It's different from when you go to battle.
Come on.
Because you don't wear battle wear all day. They're not walking around with their helmets on and the grenades just on a regular day. That's their warfare attire. So you got to know when to put on your warfare attire. And if you don't know when, then therefore you will show up to the battle with your regular clothes on.
Ooh! The attire is off.
Yes.
The attire is
yes.
off.
Yeah.
How you going to war with casualty? How you going to wear with just jeans and a t-shirt when you supposed to have your army? You supposed to be ready, locked, and loaded.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm done. It's time to go now. Come on. Let's go.
Like you said, you got to be listening. You got to be ready. And this is for people that like I said, you tired of it. You tired of the broken place. You tired, like we said earlier, when you get tired, when you had enough, you ready for a change. Yeah. It's like you hungry for it. Like you're like you coming in like a lion. You vicious with that thing because you're like, I don't want to stay here no longer. I don't want to be in this place no more. I don't want to be where it's broken. I don't want to be where it's dark. I don't want to be here anymore. So whatever I gotta do to get there, that means change my clothes. That means change my attire. That means change my mindset. That means change my vision. Change the way I see things. Not even that, but change what you are saying. Come on, it's wartime.
That's good. And you know
it's not time to cry.
When you were talking, I wanted to say this once again for those that may be like, well, I don't feel like I'm in a broken place. I don't think I'm in a broken place. This can even be for someone who has dead things shackled to them. Things that have died, but you're still carrying around them in a backpack. They are dead, dried up and gone, but you are still attached to them. That is something that's broken. So that's why I don't want you to think like, well, no, I'm not in a broken place. I feel free, but it could go into different areas of your life that there is something that you're still holding on to that's dead. It's broken. God has told you he ain't finna revive it. God has told you that he's not going to revive. And when I think about that, then we really going. When I think about that, I think about Samuel when he was crying over Saul.
Yep.
And God asked, why are you crying over him? Like, you're literally weeping over somebody that I took it from him, and you know why I took it from him, but you're standing here crying over him. No, wipe your tears and let's go. So it's like crying over dead things, crying over something that is broken. And God said, because there are times God will say, I'm not going. Yes, I am the God of restoration, but that right there, I'm not going to restore that. There are some things that you do not need to be restored. There I go. I said it.
Boom. Y'all, she dropped the mic.
Some things don't need to be restored.
God knows it.
Because they was killing you.
Oh.
They was sucking you dry.
Oh, come on, leeches.
It don't need to be restored. So God is not going to restore it. Why? Because it was no benefit to you. It didn't make you better. It didn't make you grow. It didn't make you move forward. It didn't do anything. It was a shackle. It was a hindrance. It was keeping you back. So no, I'm not going to restore it. So what you got to do is pick up and go.
Pick up and go, y'all.
It's dead.
It's dead. He ain't reviving it. He ain't bringing it back to life. Like God, he ain't doing
because
none of that.
He wants to give you something new. But if you continue to stand there and cry over something that God has rejected, if you stand there and cry and mourn over something that God said, this can't go into your next season. This attitude can't go into your next season. This way you talk, the way you walk, the way you handle business, none of this can go into your next season. This laziness, it can't go into your next season. So if God said it's not going with you, it cannot go with you. You got to know to leave it and go.
Where the Band-Aids at? You didn't just slice this up, dice this. Where the Band-Aids? We need the packages, y'all. We need to be packaged banded up. She sliced us. But that's what it is, y'all. Look, we can keep going with this because this, I'm telling you. So y'all share this. because we want people to level up.
Yeah,
We
that's good.
want look, Reese said I've been cut. We want people to move
Yes,
from this
yes,
place of settling.
yes,
We
yes,
want people to move from this broken place, this broken state.
yes.
We do not want you to stay there. We don't. We didn't stay there, and we don't want y'all to stay there.
Exactly.
So
That's
whether
good.
it's a relationship, whether it's an environment, whatever it is, seek godly counsel.
Yes.
Seek godly counsel. Ask God, what should you do? What should be taking place? Because I believe for many of us, God has already shown us the way.
Yeah.
He's already shown us the way out. He's already showed us and told us what to do. We just have to obey him the first time. Can somebody hear me on today?
Get up.
Obey God the first time. So you're not prolonging your freedom. You're not staying in dysfunction. You're not staying in a place where it's nothing but vomit. You're not staying in none of that stuff, but you're moving into the new. You're moving into what God has for you, because listen, you deserve to be healed. You deserve to be made whole. You deserve peace. You deserve love. You deserve happiness. You deserve it all, because that's exactly what God wants to give his children. Come on, you got to get that thing in your spirit, is that you deserve a happy ending. You deserve for somebody to congratulate you. You deserve for somebody to be rooting for you. You deserve it. Okay. And the enemy will try to keep you in that place. The enemy will try to make you feel like there's no other side. There's no other way. You've done too much. You've been damaged. You've been broken. There's no other way for you. No, because my God, he is Jehovah Rapha. He is a healer.
Good.
So he will
That's
heal
good.
his children if you want it. You just got to press. You got to open up your mouth, and you have to ask him. So we got it, y'all. That's it.
That's good. You see what I put right there?
That's all we got. So you will get your healing as you move forward. Come on here.
That's good.
You see, we trying to get off, and you just keep.
We gone. Come on, let's go. It's 8:00.
We gotta go. We gotta go, y'all. We gotta go. But at the end of the day, as we always say, we
gotta leave them one more. We can't give it all to them. We gotta leave them one more.
We can't give it all to
them.
y'all.
They can come back next week. I mean, if we give it all, then they won't show up next week.
Y'all gonna come back next week and get some more though. But we truly appreciate you guys.
Yeah, you guys.
Thank you guys so much for the interactions, for sharing, for tagging people in. We really do appreciate y'all. Look, Reese is not playing. She's like 758. Listen, we appreciate y'all so much.
Yeah.
But remember, just show up for yourself. Fight for yourself. Know that you deserve it, and don't just stay in that place, y'all. And if you need help, please don't be so prideful. Ask people, seek out people, seek out what other people have been through, and just get the help that you need, so you can be free, y'all. So you can be free. Freedom is yours. You gotta want it. Okay. At the end of the day. So we love you guys. Remember, you can go ahead and share, keep sharing, y'all. Let people know we are on here on Facebook. We're on Instagram, YouTube, you guys.
Nobody ever go on our YouTube channel. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. They probably do, but we ain't checking. We need a production team. Come on now, production team. We need a production team. Y'all, okay, we gotta go. We acting up now. But once again, we hope and know that you guys have leveled up on tonight. Don't forget to set y'all reminders. Be back on with us, you guys, Tuesday, and we'll let you know, guys, 6 o'clock, or whether it might not be, but we'll let you guys know. Okay, so please set y'all alerts, y'all reminders, and we just hope that this has blessed y'all. Go back and watch it again. You might have caught something that you didn't see because you kind of holding yourself up because you got sliced and diced like me. It was like, that kind of hit me right there. Wait a minute. You don't know. So go back and read watch
and share it with some folks. Share it with some folks.
Because I'm telling you, you never know who's in your circle. Who's settling, who's in a broken place, in a broken state, and they just feel like there's nothing else. There ain't nothing else. There is always some more, because God wants more for his children. So, all right, we love y'all. Y'all have a great night.
Bye, y'all. Love y'all guys.